Lee and Derrick Ng. Here we have the toss of the coin as is tradition. Who's going to serve and who's going to receive and what end to choose.
Sorry. Adrian will serve. Who will receive? Joe will receive and will take. You will take left. They have taken left.
Yeah, there are some inventive stuff going on around the crowd here in the stadium. And here we've got the two Welsh boys, Welsh men, and with the back to the camera, it was Nicholas Strange. He's 27 years old and is living in Cardiff. Here we have Adrian Ng of Canada. He's 30 years old and is playing with his partner internationally on the circuit. Been playing the Canadian Open and the US Open in the last 3 to 4 weeks, and has done pretty well getting to the quarter-final of both. Derrick Ng is having his brother, who was playing the mixed doubles earlier in this match, and won comfortably in 2 games. Here we got Morgan of Wales, living in Cardiff, and is 35 years old. Do not play that much on the international circuit, and their rankings are down to 77 in the world. Here Nicholas Strange, 27 years old, also living in Cardiff. And so far, as you can see, Canada is having this unassailable lead, 3-love up against Wales, and Wales is playing for pride in the coming 2 matches in this men's doubles and later on in the mixed doubles. And here we have the umpire, Natu from India.
Ready to play.
And the service judge. Is Alistair Wilson from Scotland. So the players are getting ready. The last and final preparation before this match.
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Canada, represented by Adrian Ng and Derrick Ng. And on your left, Welsh, represented by Joe Morgan and Nicholas Strange. Canada to serve, Adrian Ng to Joe Morgan. Love all, black. One love.
On the world ranking, there's not much between these 2 pairs. One is 77 in the world, which is the Welsh pair, and the Canadian pair is 76. So there's not much between these 2 pairs in terms of world ranking. But I suspect that we will have a very attacking Canadian double, trying to really force their way through the Welsh defence. ready.
2-1. Service over. 2-all.
Very nicely disguised. Everyone was expecting a power smash from Derrick Ng, and I think he played it very beautifully, that drop shot. Really surprising his opponents.
4-2.
Almost good follow up by Morgan. It was strange that really played the block shot, but it was followed up by his partner, and it was a very good move, and he forced the error at the net here. Good serving, good return. Yeah. That centre of the court is always a concern for any pair who is going to take it, and obviously you have to have some plans for that. Have to have made a decision on beforehand who's going to take it, should that happen.
4-5.
But the Canadians are hanging in well here, trading 1.45 down.
Service over. 6-4. Ball. Service over. 5-6.
Now that's going long on the baseline.
Service over. 7-5.
So far strange, really have to watch out a bit. Made too many mistakes.
Service over. 6-7.
That's played really well played by Leo at the net here, really controlling it, do not want to lift it, and play it back at the net and ensure the point for the Canadians. Well left on the baseline. But the Welsh pair really have to watch out for that baseline when they're lifting, because obviously, as we said earlier today, they're playing with the drift.
Oh, what's that? 10-6.
And I've noticed that Nicholas Strange, when he's standing in that side of the court, he have a strong tendency to go cross-court all the time, and he's got to watch out that
11-6.
it's not becoming too easy to predict. So here, going into the mid-game interval, it's 11-6 for the Canadian combination. That's the same shot, just from a different angle.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Thank you. Six.
So I think the Welsh pair really have to move up on court here, because the Canadian pair do not want to lift it. Everything they do is trying to keep it low, trying to keep it in around the net and mid-court area. And the two Welsh guys, they really have to step up and make sure to cover that and add on the pressure on the Canadian pair. Here, Derrick Ng is implying that the service is too high.
Service open. 12-8. Adrian. Back.
That's beautiful play by Morgan here. That cross of the net was very, very nicely played. The block shot here, and then taking control of the net. That's well played.
Service open. 13-9.
This first game is far from over.
10.
The Welsh guys are hanging in, trailing by 3 points, 10-13. Good flick serve. So I'm sure Derrick is going to be very positive in this return of serve. Oh, well served by Joe Morgan. So closing the gap, 13-12 down. But at the mid-game interval, it was 11-6 for Canada. Joe Morgan is having a very good serve, and I can see that the Canadian pair is really struggling to be able to attack on the return of serve, and it's really upsetting the rhythm a little bit.
Service open. 14-13.
So Adrian to serve.
$15-13.
Yeah, once again, confusion
16
in that centre. And here, in my book, there's no doubt that should be Joe Morgan. He's the one that's standing on the cross one and also standing closest to the net in that situation.
Service open. 14.
The light really distracted Derrick. These TV lights are very, very strong. So when you look up into it, you kind of get blinded, and sometimes you mistiming your shots.
17-14. Service over. 15-17.
So it depends on how you look at it. If you look at it from the Welsh side, I think pressure should be added on Adrian Ng, as he seemed to be making a few more mistakes than his partner. And if you look at it from the Canadian point of view, I think that Joe Morgan, the 35-year-old, is the better of the two players, and therefore pressure should be added on to Nicholas Strange, his partner. And here Joe Morgan is having this very, very good serve, and once again it proved to be a point, and once again the Canadians are complaining that I think they find that the racket is not pointing in a downwards direction.
Well, some score.
And I think they have a very, very good point. I don't know if you get this in slow motion, but I'm telling you that the racket head is definitely not pointing downwards.
18-17.
It's not now, but when he's striking, that's where you see it. It's definitely at level with the handle. Ambitious defensive shot by Derrick Ng. And suddenly it's 18-all, and the Welsh guys are having a good chance here in this opening game.
Service over. 19-18.
Smash cross court, but directed at Nicholas Strange, and he was not able to defend it, but it was really well placed to the forehand side of his body. So well played by Derrick here, who is serving, having 2 game points for Canada. Crowd here getting behind the Welsh pair.
19-20.
Only 1 point between them. So Joe Morgan have to watch out for faults on his serve. It wasn't faulted, but from here it looks like it's exactly the same serve.
20-all.
And Joe Morgan served the next 2. That's what he has done so well for the Welsh team in this opening game. The pressure was too high, too great here, so now it's another game point for Canada, 21-20. Good defense here by Morgan. But sometimes you make your own luck. And that was really well defended by Strange. situation was reversed, as Wales
21.
are having their first game point in this match.
Service over.
Saved by
22
Derrick
all.
Ng.
Out. Service over. 22.
So I think this is a golden opportunity. Let's look at the serve. Let's see what we think. Service judge.
Service over. 23
That was
all.
going long on the baseline. Nicholas Strange really just looking at the umpire to see if he could get him to overrule it. And as it is in badminton, in this situation you have to win by 2 points, so it can go all the way to 26, 29, 27, but at 29,
24
if it becomes
all.
29 all, it's sudden death. A game will go no longer than 30 points.
Service over. 25-24. Point. Service over. 25
Once
all.
again we saw this cross-court drive from Nicholas Strange in that position, and that's coming every single time. So obviously the opponents have to think about that. And good work here by Derrick at the back, setting up his partner Adrian at the front with an easy kill.
26-25.
And yet another chance. For wrapping up this game, this first game. Well left by Adrian. And the first game goes to Canada. 27-25. Very, very close match. Good game, good to watch. And the Welsh team is having great support in the crowd here. Here we've got the confirmation. 27-25 for Adrian Liu and Derrick Ng of Canada. So you can see really good hard work from Derrick at the back here. And from side to side he's been chased, but working hard and doing well and setting partner Adrian up really nicely. Well played. I think what they should discuss in the Welsh camp here would be how to
20 seconds.
really stamp some authority at
20
the front of
seconds.
the court, because the two Canadian players, they really do not want to lift it and trying everything they can to play soft shots, low shots, block shots, everything to the net or to the front of the court. And that have to be counter-attacked by the two Welsh players here.
Level black.
So Adrian to serve.
1 love. Service over. 1-all.
Good pressure by Joe Morgan.
2.
I like the way he played these flat exchanges. He's really adding on the pressure and moving forward at the same time. Not staying back, waiting, but very proactive in his game.
Service over. 2-all.
Once again, the smash was down the centre of the court. The channel attack.
Service over. 3-all.
Well left by Adrian here.
Service over.
But it is interesting when you're looking at Joe Morgan's serve. I don't think he has changed a lot, but obviously he's not faltered now, and I think the service judge really have to have a closer look into that. Derrick was a sure partner, would take it and was covering him on this one here, and then obviously will not be able to get it at the other side. Very decisive. Good follow up here. That's nice.
Service over. 6.
Nicely played by Derrick. That net shot clipped the tape, the top of the tape, and made it impossible for Morgan to really do anything positive on it.
7-5.
It would have been nice to see Morgan play that one down the lines rather than cross court. So predictable going cross court on a shot like that. And that is very well played by Adrian. That push with the backhand here was very nice, and it's setting up a good lead for the Canadians. They're 9-5 up, having won the first game. 27-25.
Service over. 6-9.
That's what I mean here. Derrick is in deep trouble on that shot, and he's trying to play towards the net from a very, very low position, and he should never try to do that. Obviously opponents are waiting for it.
Service over.
So rather lift it and try to see if you can get back into a counter-attacking situation. And going into the mid-game interval, it's a 11-8 lead for Canada. I don't know if it's not the rally they win the last point on, but the one before, because I would like to see that Joe Morgan was attacking on one side of the nets, the front court, and I would have liked to see that his partner Nicholas Strange had followed up on the other side to make sure that they have really severe pressure. Yeah, good play by Joe Morgan.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Thank you.
Proves to be very strong in the net.
9-11.
The Canadians can't really get it away from him. It's landed in, and it's caught in.
10-11.
So now just 1 point between the two pairs. I think that was the right decision by the Lions person.
Out.
And a rare mistake
Service open.
from Joe Morgan.
12-10.
This is where the Canadians are good, setting one another up. Good smash down the centre, another smash to the side here, surprising Morgan, and then obviously a weak return to finish easily by Derrick.
11-13.
And once again, the
14-12.
mid-court area proves to be so effective. Played between the two players on that return of serve.
15-12.
And a typical move by Morgan here, trying to play a constructive defensive shot, but getting caught
16-12.
in that situation. But he's a natural attacking player. He's always seeking the initiative, and it's really good to watch. Derrick should have left that one to his partner, Adrian. Blocked it well at the net, but just leave the next one. Partner will take it. That's good of Nicholas Strange here, because what is so important is that it's not only his partner who's making points, but he's also up there scoring points himself. And once again, this stop shot is coming from Derrick. That proved to be so efficient the first time and second time here as well. We're going to have the court mopped due to the perspiration, and the courts are getting very, very slippery as soon as there's some wetness on them. A beautiful drop shot here.
Thank you.
Well disguised by Derrick.
17-14. Like.
So Canada is having a 17-14 lead, and I think the next 1 or 2 points will become crucial for the Welsh to stay in to this match.
18-14.
So I think this is crunch time, 18-14 down. And once again, need to tie the shoelaces. Good serve by Adrian. So 2 mistakes here by Nicholas Strange from 17 to 19, and I think this is a decisive lead for Canada. 19-14 up, and here match point has arrived.
20. Match point 14.
The last 3 points, Nicholas Strange has really been under pressure, making mistakes. And the last one arrives here. First time of asking. Match won by Canada. 27-25, 21-14. What a good match. Good for the crowd to watch.
Canada. 27-25, 21-14.
And just like time I need to block more off the field.
So discussing
There.
once again the tactics of the match. And the 2 players from Welsh, the body language is telling it all. So players and court officials leaving the court from the applause from the crowd. Wales having a very good support here in the stadium today, and here we have the confirmation of Adrian Liu and Derrick Ng winning 27-25, 21-14 against Joe Morgan and Nicholas Strange of Wales. And I'm sure the highlight of the match is soon coming up, before we are moving on to the last and final match of this tie, which is the women's doubles. Yes, and here we've got the highlights, players walking onto court. And that was well played by Joe Morgan here, having his racket up and ready. Yeah, that was the game for a point in the first game. And now he's following in. Look at that, how he follows in at the net there and play that beautiful cross-court drop shot. Well played by Joe Morgan. Yeah, that defensive shot not good enough. Too loose and too high. Well played by the Welsh combination here. Gave the Canadians a really good fight for their money. And this was the final point, the match point. And once again, Nicholas Strange was severely under pressure in the last 5 to 6 points, and the Canadians won fairly comfortable in 2 games. And as we're waiting for the women's doubles, my colleague is taking over. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Morton. Yeah.